Hello, Healing Fam. I hope everyone is doing great. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. In this video, we're going to highlight how the perspective of men typically being the ones causing problems or issues in relationships and leaving it up to the ladies to fix it for the most part. All right, let's get right into it. Let's talk about it. Okay, bye. I'll come back with my thoughts and opinions. I'm going to play some clips. I'm going to have some reactions. Let me know your opinions. Okay, bye.
There are 5 mind games emotionally insecure men play on women. The first one is that they abuse, either emotionally or physically. To all of you women out there, if a man hurts you, albeit emotionally or of course physically, he is a coward. There isn't a single emotionally secure man on the planet who harms a woman intentionally. And so if you're in that right now, get out and get help. Number 2 is that he's guilt tripping you. When he needs something from you, he'll guilt trip you. Number 3 is projecting. He'll be telling you that you're being insecure because he's really just projecting his own insecurities onto you. Number 4 is that he pursues you until he wins you over, and then when he does, he just ghosts. This is for immature little boys who look at dating as just being one big game. It's not a game. And number 5 is he downplays your success because he is so insecure about you winning that he has to put you down to put himself up. Walk away from these mind games. It's not worth your time.
So in this video where we're discussing, talking about, reflecting on, getting our opinions on how many a times in relationships, men are typically the ones who cause issues, problems, intentionally, unintentionally, consciously, unconsciously, as a way to sabotage the relationship or just from conditioning, is I'm just gonna have you listen to a few of the clips while I have my reaction, and I'll come back and put my 2 cents in it. And let me know your comments. Or let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. All right, here we go.
The very first thing that makes you know that something is wrong in this marriage is when a woman will not let go.
Okay.
Men would always be the problem causes.
Okay.
In marriage.
Men will always be the problem
They will
causes.
always be the problem causes in marriage.
In marriage.
Yes.
Wow.
But women must learn to let go.
Okay. So the
problem in marriage is not the one that caused it.
Okay.
But the one that is not letting go. Then now we have a problem.
If the one who is supposed to let the matters go,
because there are actions. Everybody has what he will do in a marriage.
okay,
The man will bring the problem. Yours is to let go.
let's go. But then the refusal of the woman to let go,
Then now we have a problem.
indicates that there's a bigger problem than the problem.
You are not getting it.
Okay, talk to me, man of God.
The man in the marriage,
All right.
he will bring problems.
The man is a problem causer.
Yes,
Okay.
he will bring problems.
All right.
In that marriage, as a woman, yours is to let go.
Okay.
If you don't let go, then you have a marital problem.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Are you getting it?
I get it now, man.
Now, so if a woman will not let go, then what will happen is that the man will create more problems.
I'm starting to see that most relationships for a woman, even marriage, is all about sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice 1,000,000 times more than a man ever will. Just for you to be unappreciated, disrespected, lied to, cheated on, and we all know how the story goes.
Sis, can I give you some great advice that I had to learn for myself? Forgive him. I know. It hurts. Forgive him anyway. I know you've forgiven him before. Forgive him again. Why? Because being unforgiving is killing you, killing your marriage, and killing any chance you guys have to move forward. Forgiveness is necessary to be in a marriage. True forgiveness, not the kind that you forgive today and bring it up tomorrow, but I want you to really forgive him. Forgive him from with everything that you've held against him, everything that he's done to you, and every pain that you may feel. Forgive him and start over. And if he makes a mistake again, Forgive him again. Remember that today and carry on and have a great marriage.
See, the first video of the lady, the first clip, who was talking about forgiveness, is the main reason why a lot of African, especially African marriages struggle, because some of these African aunties, they continue to perpetuate some of these narratives, right? Oh, he did it. He cheated. He's not consistent. He's not always home. He doesn't come home consistently. He doesn't check on the kids. He's not involved with the kids. Oh, well, he's a man. Forgive him. Just make sure that you're keeping the marriage, blah, 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 blah. They put so much pressure on women in marriage, especially, to silence their voices, to continue to have this men have zero accountability. Oh, every man cheats. Well, every man cheats and you tolerate that. That's you. But don't project that on the younger women who maybe don't have the bandwidth, the capacity, or the anxiety level just does not tolerate, or their personality type, attachment style, anxious attachment style, does not allow them to be codependent or attached to a man who is not consistent. That's not their preference. So judging them, guilting them, shaming them, even to the point of sometimes annihilating some of those women because they're destroying, quote unquote, air quote, destroying their marriage by not forgiving the man. A lot of these men do not even apologize. Many of them will continue to do some of these behaviors because they know you'll be staying, you'll be there, because culturally you're expected to just stay and put up with it and deal with bullshit. So the second point is change a man, but don't try to change a man. Because men don't change. They only change when they want to change. So that's my second. So change a man. Don't try to change a man. Forgiveness, yes, is for you. Because research has shown if you don't forgive and you keep that anger within you, that animosity in you, it causes chronic pain, chronic back pain, neck pain, migraine, sleep troubles, weight gain, obesity, diabetes, cancer. A lot of female cancers have been associated with chronic stress, chronic anxiety, unforgiveness harbored within marriages. So yes, forgive, but don't forget. If the moment you forget, that's where it starts to over and over again. Center yourself. Make sure even when you're considering staying in that marriage, where should I go, should I stay, you're not ready yet. It takes a level of readiness mentally, psychologically, emotionally, and financially to leave. That's why it takes 7 tries for most women before they make the final decision to leave out of a marriage where the man is chronically cheating. Center you. Don't play with your education, your career, your future, yourself. Drink your water, get your rest, go for your exercises. Literally make you the center of your universe, not him being the sun, the moon, and the planet all revolving in one. Be the centerpiece on that table. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section about this whole narrative, especially if you're in a roommate type situation, you're in a should I go, should I stay type situation, you're in a I've forgiven so many times, I'm done, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overstretched, how much more of this can I stay? Should marriage be like this? No, marriage doesn't have to be like that. It should not have to be one-sided. Both people need to be willing participant in making it work. But if you find yourself twisting yourself into a pretzel, you're the only one working to make it work, girl, it might be time for you to make some decisions. Okay, bye.
Ladies, let me tell you something about this thing that we do in management. It's called a PIP. It's a PIP. It's a personal improvement plan, right? I mean, you may have gotten one. If you're in management, you've done these with countless employees. Let me tell you how I realized that this is something that men are actually employing with women. So it's where you say, 5 things, basically 5 positive things or 5 nice things about your employee. And then you give them 2 negatives, 2 things that they need to work on, hence the PIP. Okay? So let me give you an example. So a man might start off with something like this. So yeah, I think that I think a man should pay for everything in a relationship. And I think a man should always fill up his woman's gas tank because it's his responsibility to make sure her car is up and running good. A man should always go shopping with his woman because I like for my woman to go shopping with me because I like to see her trying on clothes and, so I can help her pick out what looks best for her. A woman should be able to wear whatever it is that she wants. A woman is supposed to feel sexy. Let her wear whatever she wants. I'm cool with that. A man absolutely should seek advice from his woman. There's nothing wrong with that. I want my woman to give me feedback. I want her to tell me, about myself. So then there will be 2 things that he's going to have to disagree with or 2 things that he's going to have to point out about you. One, and most women are really big about feeding people. Okay? So feeding our family, our friends, we like to cook. It's something that we enjoy doing. So one of the things that he's going to disagree with is, I don't want my woman cooking for other people. I don't like that. 2, if you have guy friends, he will tell you, I know how bad you are, so therefore, I don't want you having guy friends. I'm cool with you being cool with people, but I'm not with all the texting and stuff like that. So, those 2 things. Now remember, so these 2 things are areas where you more than likely feel you're strong at. 1, you like to cook. 2, you have guy friends. And you may have said, I get hit on a lot, so therefore he's going to tell you, I know how attractive you are, and I know that none of your guy friends actually really want to just be friends with you. It definitely has to be more than that. So this is just an example of how we give men the bullets to shoot us with. Because if you got pipped, if he hit you with a management plan, then it means that you gave him all the tools that he needs to use against you. And we do this every time, whether it's in just a regular relationship or trying to build a bridge with a person or even in cheating. Women give men all the tools. We think that men don't listen. They listen to everything and they know how to use all of these things against us. Men, you might not like it, but y'all know it's the truth. If you like this video, leave it a like, a save, a share, or follow me for more relationship tips and insights.
Playing games will make you lose a good woman. A woman who knows her worth wouldn't even let you think for a second that you've got her fooled. Don't even try it. Ghosting, gaslighting, lying, text games, call games. She's not afraid to walk away from people like you. And a woman who isn't aware of those things will eventually see you for the fraud that you are. And then you burn that bridge forever. So go ahead, play the games and see what happens. Because once she figures it out and she knows that you're not genuine, you're going to lose her forever and you're going to miss out.
Okay, ladies, the best thing that you can do when you are dating a man is you never ever let him think that he has you. You never ever let him think that he has some sort of emotional hold over you, that he can easily trigger your emotions, okay? Because here's the thing, men are going to test you, okay? They don't like to say this, but they test. They throw out tests, especially in the beginning stages, because he's trying to gauge how much you will tolerate and how much you won't tolerate, okay? He's trying to gauge, does this girl have very strong boundaries? They are going to be trying to gather as much information about you so that they can sit and they can really paint a picture of the type of woman you are. Then they're going to calculate. They're going to do some mental maths. They're going to calculate and see if they can maintain you, okay? If you go in, can they handle you? Can they deal with you? Can they cope with you, okay? So they are going to throw these little tests in the beginning to try and gauge what type of woman you are, what kind of woman you are, okay? Especially if you're someone who says, I really stand on business. He's going to test that. He's going to be like, all right, let's see if she really is standing on business. Let's see if she really does have these strong boundaries that she keeps talking about. This is why, ladies, you need to be so firm with your boundaries, especially in the beginning stages, okay? Because they will test you. And one of the biggest tests that men use is emotional triggers, okay? They want to see if you have any emotional attachment to them. Okay, so a guy may throw something at you, something that he thinks is going to upset you, something that's going to kind of put you on edge a little bit, right? And he's doing that deliberately to see if you're going to crumble, if you're going to panic, if you're going to give him an emotional reaction, because you've got to remember, men love it when women are emotional because they know they have you. The women who end up winning are the women who are emotionally detached from men. They are the women that usually end up getting what they want from the men, because the man will forever be chasing her because he never ever knows whether he has her. That's the thing. So they will throw these tests at you. They will try to see, okay, is this girl emotionally attached to me? Does she have some sort of emotional attachment to me? Because I want to know if I've got her. This is what they do to you in the beginning, ladies, right? And this is where you have to be really, really smart. You never ever let a man believe or you never ever let a man see that he has any hold over your emotions, okay? So whatever he does, you're not bothered. You're not bothered. And this is not to say that you have to be the cool chick, right? The laid back chick, like no one likes her, right? Nobody likes a pick me. You can still be yourself. You can still be firm in your boundaries, but you just show that man that you're not triggered by what he's doing, because what he's doing is he's doing it deliberately. He's doing it deliberately to scare you, to make you panic, and then he's going to sit back and watch how you react. So you might start dating a guy, for example. You've gone on a couple of dates, it's going really well, and then out of the blue he tells you he has to leave the country, right? Now, most women will panic. They'll be like, oh my God, he's leaving the country. Like, does this mean he's not going to speak to me anymore? Like, am I not going to see this guy ever again? Is this his way of dumping me? This is what you have to do. You have to stay so calm, okay? So calm. You have to be so unbothered, okay? Because if somebody is going to be with you, they are going to be with you, okay? Doesn't matter if a man has to quickly go to a different country, or he needs to fly off somewhere, or he needs to go, I don't know, on some random business trip. If he wants you, you're going to know he wants you. So don't panic. Don't panic. You're going to know he wants you just by his actions. You're going to see, okay, is he trying to keep this going? Okay. So a lot of women, they panic straight away. They go into panic mode. They start getting triggered, like, oh my God, this guy's going to leave me, you know, and some people have abandonment wounds. And unfortunately, a scenario like this will really trigger your abandonment wounds. This is why healing is so important. You've got to work on yourself. You cannot ever let this man, who literally just came into your life, have such an emotional hold over you like that. Think about it. You don't know this man that well. Okay, you've been on some really nice dates. You know, the convos are flowing. The chemistry is slowly building. But you don't know this man. You don't know this man. There is no reason why you should have an emotional attachment to him 4 or 5 dates in. No, it takes months to build a true emotional, deep connection with someone, okay? So remember that next time when you're newly dating someone and they throw a little spanner in the works. Don't panic. Keep your calm. Keep your cool. Stay calm. Stay composed. Do not let that man see that you're emotionally attached, because the minute he sees you're emotionally attached, he gets what he wants. He gets that validation, because men know that women are emotional. So when he sees you getting emotional, when he sees you complaining, when he sees you, expressing your fears, he's going to be like, I won. I've got this. Ladies, men do not think like us. To them, it's really just a game at the start. It's just, okay, can I win this woman over? Oh my God, I still haven't won her over, right? So you want to keep him in that state for a very long time, okay? And the women who win at this game are the women who keep that men forever chasing, right? So you always want to keep him on his toes, but not just keep him on his toes. You always want to keep him guessing. Why should this man have you straight away? Why? You've been on a couple of dates with him. Why does he get to have that emotional hold over you? Why? Your emotions are so sacred and precious as a woman. Control them. Learn to control them. Learn to regulate your emotions. This man does not deserve to see you get emotional. This man does not deserve to get that emotional validation from you so early on in a relationship. So keep your calm, keep your cool, stay composed. Fill your time up with things that you are passionate about, that bring you joy, that bring you fulfillment, and ignore that man. And I promise you, that man is going to be chasing you, and he is not going to stop chasing you. Because if you show you're unbothered, if you show that you're strong, if you show that you have really strong boundaries, your value instantly goes up, ladies. Your value goes up, okay? Because you are communicating to that man that you're not the only one. I have a list of options, and I have the world is my oyster. So you can fly off to wherever you need to. And if you want me, you're going to put in some work. If you don't, go find someone else. Maybe you can go find someone in a different country. But why do you care? Because then you know what kind of guy he is and you don't want him, right? Think about it. You don't want him. So in the beginning stages, ladies, you are also testing the man, okay? You want to see, you want to gauge his kind of interest levels in you, right? So stay strong, stay composed, learn how to control your emotions. That is one of the best things that you can do as a woman, is to control your emotions.
If my husband cheats on me, I will cheat back. Ndioko. If your husband buys land, buy land. If your husband pays the children's school fees, pay the children's school fees. If your husband pays the bills in the house, pay the bill in the house. If your husband start building house, start building house. Now, bad thing una they like to promote. If then check well, some of you, your husband no intentionally they cheat. Now bad character, now pursue your husband come out. Instead of you to be praying to God to change your husband, or sit yourself down and advise yourself. Check yourself and know the reason why your husband is cheating. The fault might obviously be from you. You are there saying, if my husband cheats on me, I will cheat on him. If your husband cheats on you, he will stay in his house. But when you cheat on him and he finds out, you are going to your father's house straight ahead.
Proposed once I left him after almost 8 years. Once I left, I regained my security. No more being cheated on, random females calling me, etc. However, we now have a child together. I decided to give it another shot. He became possessive, tracking devices, etc. Blame the passing of his dad on me since we are married, trying to work on it. But I feel he never will truly change. It's like he doesn't want me to be with anyone else, but can't truly appreciate me.
That shit is mind-blowing to me,
is it his fault or her fault?
It's her fault.
Okay, I'm making sure.
I'm blaming her for this situation. She put herself in this situation.
You know what it was? It was the proposal. Because after they broke up, he proposed, did something grand.
Yep. You left a situation where you lost your independence, your security, your confidence. You lost all that while you were with this man. In a 3-year time span.
And then you double back.
Then when you get ready to leave, come on, man.
Marry him and have a baby. That's
so he proposed once I left him after almost 8 years. So they was together 8 years.
Come on, man. Come on.
But they say niggas, we the dogs.
Come on, man. I blame you for putting yourself in that situation.
Bruh, come on.
All the shit he doing, you that's what the fuck you just signed up for. Now you gotta get out of it again. I'm gonna tell you to get out of it. Some way, somehow.
Now you're stuck.
Get out of it, because it's obvious it's not good for your kid either.
You got life together.
Motherfucker, that goddamn possessive with tracking devices and all that, blaming tragic deaths on you.
Bro, he blamed his daddy's death on you. The moment he did that, you should have divorced him.
So the moment that she left and gained all her shit back.
Oh yeah, she should have never talked to him again.
Exactly.
Come on, man. You don't do that.
Completely okay to leave a man who lusts over other women.
Being in a relationship with a man who has a lust problem is exhausting. It's heartbreaking. It will erode your self-esteem and your sense of self-worth. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do as a woman to make him stop. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how captivating you are, how good in bed you are. If you're with a man that has a lust problem, nothing you do is going to change that. And these men, their first line of defense against that is to try to tell you that every man does it and that it's normal behavior. So a lot of you girls, I think, need your TikTok older sister or your TikTok mom to tell you that's BS. Not every man does that. Okay. There are men that don't have lust problems, that know how to respect the woman that they're with. And you deserve to be with a man like that. So yeah, leave him.
It's not mistakes that women have a problem with. It's when men make those mistakes a continuing habit. And when they do, then women give up hope. See, they want to have hope. They're in fact designed to have hope. And they look at us as men like, I know he can do better. I'm just waiting for him to do better. But when she sees that you're not doing better, when she sees that you're not listening, when she sees that you're not present, when she sees that you're not really there and you keep making the same mistake over and over again, that's when she's going to give up hope, and that's when she's going to leave. Now you may ask yourself, or may say to yourself, I'm not making a mistake. She's wrong. But there's going to be an element of truth in what she's saying. And you need to listen carefully, not to the words, but underneath the words, what's the emotional message that she's sending you? Women are wired for security and safety. They're wired to know in every area of your lives together where there's a problem. And they pick this up at an emotional level, not a cognitive or mental understanding level. And she's going to know immediately when there's a problem. And when there is a problem, she's going to raise it with you. But if you listen carefully, if you see what she's asking you for, then she's going to be able to have hope that change is going to happen. And I'm not saying that there are not things that she probably needs to change as well. I'm talking about the circumstance where you're continually doing the same thing over and over again and you're not changing. That's when she's going to leave. That's when it will be enough.
You've heard it a million times. Forgiveness is key. Let go of your anger. Holding a grudge only hurts you. But guess what? You do not have to forgive someone that has done something unforgivable. Even if that person apologizes or takes responsibility for the harm they've caused, you still have every right to hold on to your anger and resentment. You do not owe that person anything. You do not have to be nice to them, try to understand their experience, or show them any compassion. You do not have to give them your time, your energy, or another chance. And you definitely do not have to let them back into your life. It doesn't matter who they are, a family member, an ex-partner, an old best friend, or someone who's made a bunch of sacrifices for you. None of that changes the fact that they hurt you in a way that you feel is unforgivable. And you are not the bad guy for holding on to your anger and refusing to forgive them. So, my friend, don't let anyone pressure you into forgiving someone that you're just not ready to forgive. You're not doing anything wrong by holding on to your anger and refusing to relieve that person of their guilt. You're just taking care of yourself and doing what feels right for you, and that's all that matters.
Hey y'all, it's part one of how my baby daddy's girlfriend unalived him for getting me pregnant. Okay, first of all, I did not know he had a girlfriend. Second of all, I found out that I was baby mama number 13. Okay? And I had not a clue. None of this. And so let's just start the story. So I was married for 15 years and I was staying in Houston, Texas with my then husband and our kids. At that point, me and my ex-husband ended up leaving me and my kids homeless. Like, took everything. Nothing. We had nothing. Absolutely nothing. Took everything from us or whatnot and left us homeless. So then I ended up having to move back to Mississippi, where I'm originally from. I'm from Mississippi. So when I moved back to Mississippi, it had been 15 plus years since I had lived in Mississippi. I lived in Houston for 15 years, but I had been gone from my hometown for probably about 19 years or whatnot. So moving back home, everybody had to grew up. You get what I'm saying? That's over a decade. People change. Now, I knew my baby daddy forever. I've been knowing him since we were young kids. I used to mess with him back in the day. So when I came back home, I was very, very vulnerable. I had nobody, nothing to talk to or anything. So when I seen him one day, we was in the store and I seen him and he was like, "What's up, Ken?" Or whatnot. And I looked and it was him and I'm like, "What's up?" I wasn't thinking nothing of it, but it had been a minute. I was going through some stuff. I needed a friend. I had nobody. So me and him decided that we was going to link up and start kicking it, which we did. We linked up. We started kicking it. I started entertaining him. He started entertaining me. Then our chemistry started to rise or whatnot. So I'm feeling him at this point. Like, I'm going through so much mentally. I'm not thinking like this is just, you get what I'm saying, vulnerability. I'm looking at it like I got me kind of like a sneaky link or something like that, something to entertain my time, so I won't go into depression and stuff, because I was real depressed and messed up at that moment during those times. So we started linking up, kicking it tough, y'all. He put smiles all on my face. I mean, the sex was awesome, okay? Like, everything was good. We would kick it every day. I had no idea that he even had nobody. You couldn't even tell he had nobody. You feel me? At least I didn't think that.